watching Fox News. This just in, and the national terrorist organization known as the Girl Scouts have been raiding the gummy bear factories all across the country. Those damn degenerates.
The Girl Scouts demand that the factories be turned over to them and that they begin cookie production, calling the gummy bear industry, quote, an insult to God's earth, and we will do the world a favor and put them down. Are you eating Girl Scout cookies?
Maybe.
Listen, I'm tired of them. I'm tired of this reign of terror. And you're sitting here eating their cookies.
These cookies are really good.
But how could you?
Yeah. Hold that thought. Breaking news. It is now legal for cops to start beating jaywalkers with billy clubs. Let's go to the street.
Was challenging to the officer, not only posturing but also non-compliant with some of the officer's orders.
Anyways, now that is it. Now on the sports.
Tropical cyclone in East Africa kills up to 1,000.
This past week, Tropical Cyclone Idai tore through the African countries of Mozambique and Madagascar. The cyclone first hit the coast of Madagascar last week and then moved inland, causing major damage and fatalities. There has been over 400 confirmed deaths as a result of this storm, but a recent claim by Mozambican President Filipe Nyusi claims we can register more than 1,000 deaths.
The Red Cross recently reported that the Mozambique city of Beira, which has a population of over 500,000, has been almost 90% destroyed by the cyclone. Many rivers and waters across these countries have been flooded and destroyed. Mozambique is one of the poorest countries in the world. As a result, recovery may be a very difficult and long process. The UN and Red Cross has been working vigorously to aid the East African countries in need. You can donate to them online at www.redcross.org/donate. Back to you in the newsroom.
And now, with political news. A newly introduced policy in Sacramento suspends the use of the death penalty in the state of California. 737 inmates currently on death row were spared 6 days ago, as California Governor Gavin Newsom closed the doors of the San Quentin prison execution chambers.
He said it's not the question, the death penalty, of whether or not people deserve to die for their heinous acts. The question really is, do we have the right to kill? Do we have the right to kill?
According to Newsom's order, the death penalty was argued to be fundamentally unjust, as it was typically applied for people of color and people with mental disabilities. Although the state facility had invested $853,000 into renovations to the execution chamber, the remodeled chamber has yet to see use. Even though Newsom is in favor of the bill being passed, studies show that most California citizens are in favor of preserving capital punishment.
And he says he won't be able to sleep at night if there's an execution. Guess what? Every night since our children were killed, we haven't slept at night. And we're still not going to be sleeping at night. So Governor Newsom, you failed us.
Despite his political alignment, former Democratic Governor Gray Davis administered a pro-capital punishment rally in 1998 and still won the majority. Other inmates currently booked for death row are in a sort of legal limbo as prosecutors struggle to find alternative sentences for the perpetrators. This has been Justin Gouache with your politics for the day. Stay safe, everyone.
Thanks, Jason. Apple is rumored to be testing out several iPhone 2019 concepts months in advance. Having analyzed previous Apple events, we predict that the iPhone 11 launch will be soon with these 3 iPhones launched in 2018. We expect Apple to repeat the trilogy this year with the iPhone 11 possibly launching alongside the iPhone 11 Max and the iPhone 11R.
So what new features will the iPhone 11 have? Let's investigate what we expect from Apple's next flagship iPhone. The iPhone 11 will feature 3 rear cameras, having a 4,000 mAh battery and a USB-C port, 2-way wireless charging, allowing you to use the iPhone 11 as a charging mat for other devices.
The new iPhone will feature a camera that will scan your face, possibly using infrared, and the device's processor would complete the information using a range of processes that are also detailed in the patents, which involve scoring the scan based on previous templates and scans. In addition, one report points to the inclusion of Sony's next-gen 3D sensors in the new iPhone, which in turn offer quicker face unlock, better portrait mode, and potentially some cool 3D modeling features and AR implementations.
Apple is experimenting with a new tech that allows you to use your phone screen underwater, so your iPhone 11 screen may even work in the pouring rain.
Stay tuned for more fun with Tracy and Liana in entertainment.
Nintendo, the beloved company who made classics such as Super Mario, has their stock declining. According to this information, the company released this on Friday. The stock went down 4 cents in the Japanese market. However, Nintendo's competitor, Sony, also dropped 4 cents. Reggie Fils-Aimé says, "The game is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun?" With Google entering the video game industry, companies similar to Nintendo will have to see what this means in the future. Back to you in the studio. In today's entertainment news, Lori Loughlin, who has recently come under fire for a college admissions scandal, has reportedly laying low in her Bel Air home, along with her daughters, amid the allegations. Sources claim that she described the situation as a literal nightmare. Lori Loughlin expected to appear in court on April 15th. In movie news, Captain Marvel grossed $800 million worldwide, becoming the 18th global superhero picture of all time. Other movies this week include Us, Dumbo, and Wonder Park. The trailers for the highly anticipated Stranger Things 3, Toy Story 4, and Avengers Endgame has all been released as well. For music, the lineup for the Woodstock Music Festival's 50th anniversary has been released, with artists like Hastily, Miley Cyrus, and Imagine Dragons headlining. Ariana Grande has also started her Sweetener World Tour, where fans attending can actually register to vote at the concert. Ariana is one of the headlining acts for Lollapalooza Music Festival, along with 21 Pilots and Childish Gambino. Now on to sports.
In hockey, there's a big clash coming up at the top of the Atlantic Division in NHL, as the top-ranked team, the Tampa Bay Lightning, take on the second-place team, the Boston Bruins, on March 25th, while our very own New York Rangers play the Pittsburgh Penguins on the very same day.
A young hockey player and an artist in Pennsylvania have come under fire recently following their creation of a hockey mask featuring President Trump, with a trowel and a brick in reference to Trump's agenda, which involves building a wall in between the USA and Mexico. In soccer-related news, Real Madrid, following their humiliating Champions League round of 16 exit to Ajax, responded by hiring ex-coach Zinedine Zidane, almost 10 months after he resigned from the position of manager.
On the 19th of March, a true great of the sport, Lionel Messi netted his 51st hat trick for club and country, and Barcelona's 4-1 drubbing of Real Betis, putting them at the top of La Liga Santander. 10 points clear of their nearest rivals, Atletico Madrid.
His third came via a wonderful chip over the goalkeeper in the 85th minute, following great build-up play from Barcelona. And finally, in football, Giants fans are still having multiple emotions over the trade of their star player, Odell Beckham Jr., to the Cleveland Browns.
Some fans are mourning the loss of their star player, while others are in outrage and showing it by burning their jerseys with Beckham's name. Now for your daily weather report with James.
Welcome to your Staten Island forecast. Today's forecast is mostly sunny with some clouds moving into the night. We will have a high chance of showers hitting us, so be careful on the roads and make sure to bring your umbrella if you're planning a night out. Tomorrow we'll have a low chance of rain showers with a high of 49 and a low being 43 going into the night. On Friday there will be a high chance of rain possibly arriving in the area. The high will be 50 degrees while the low will be 33 degrees. It seems we can't seem to get a break with all the rain we're getting. Dress properly on Saturday because it will be cold due to the high winds. Although the temperature is going to be 48 degrees, the high winds will make it feel like 39. Now here's the 5-day forecast for next week. There will be lots of sun and a high of 58 degrees, so maybe think about moving any plans for the week on Sunday if you're not in a rush. Next week we will have lots of sun with partial clouds in the sky. Our high for the week will be a pleasant 64, the low for the week will be a low 40. So just a great week for our weather as a whole with no chance of rain. Now that's all we have for weather. Back to you guys on the set.